What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're finally back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. I'm one half of the host. My name is Ferris, Big Hurt Ferrari, and I'm joined today by
Josh, what's going on?
we back in the building, man. Long time no chat, brother, man.
What's going on, dude?
I feel like a lot has happened since the last time we got on here, and a lot has happened. I mean, our Celtics won a championship since. I went on like a 10-day cruise, and look at me, I'm tanned as fuck. I'm out here, man. It was a great time. If you were at all curious, bro, cruises are worth all the hype.
Yeah, I'm all set on the cruises, though. I've seen too many videos, man.
Yeah, bro.
Once you go overboard, that shit, bro, your chance of survival is like 1%, I heard. Probably even less.
Yeah, bro, but it don't even come to that, gang. I'm here standing right in front of you saying that shit is worth all the hype, bro. It was a blast. There's so much to do on board. There's arcades and casinos and bars and clubs and restaurants. It's crazy. It's like a moving city.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
Glad you had a good time.
Cruises are all the hype, man. If anybody listening ever thought about it, definitely go do a fucking cruise. Celtics won a championship. Big for the city. What did you think of all the attention it brought? How crazy the parade looked. Like people were frog splashing into legit ponds that we have in the city.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time coming. We haven't won a championship since what, 08?
Yeah.
You know, the city needed this one. We were in a little bit of a rut for a little bit on the basketball side over the years. You know, the boys couldn't get it done back in 2022 in the finals. You know, we finally made it. It feels good. You know, I'm not like, people know me, I'm not like the biggest basketball fan, but it's like, you know, this one definitely felt a little bit special because, you know, the circumstances of which, like, you know, beating Kyrie and stuff like that. Like, it just kind of felt a lot better for Boston. I feel like the way we won this one.
Yeah.
And, you know, people saying that it was like an easy run, you know, it's never an easy run. Like, you got to like the teams weren't healthy. The teams we were playing were not healthy. Like, that's not on us. That's the team.
Yeah.
You know, it's a basketball game, but at the end of the day, it's all about staying healthy as well. So you can't fault the Celtics for doing that. But they played well against the Mavericks. You know, it got a little scary towards the end of that. You know,
they did.
Mavericks were showing some hope. You know,
got one.
And then we brought it back. We brought it back in 5. So
yeah,
you're happy with that, with how that happened.
The city needed one through all the ups and downs, bro. The Jays, they won it together after all the people saying that they wasn't gonna do it. Oh man, what a time.
A little off top. I was real heavy on the hockey, man. I was really tuned into that Panthers Oilers series, man. That was crazy. Like
the Oilers gambling on it.
You
was gambling on it?
Nah, I was not gambling on this. But just the Panthers were nice. The Panthers were nice like the first 3 games, and then once it was like game 4, bro, it was like riots in Edmonton. Like the riots were going crazy already. They was ready to crash out. They was like, man, this is over. We haven't won since the Gretzky days, like back in the 90s, like the 80s. Like they was down bad, and then they just came back out of nowhere and won like 3 in a row, and then it got it to 7, and then the Panthers spanked them, bro. So that was a fun series. I might watch a little bit more hockey. That was fun to watch, even though the Panthers beat our Bruins
2 years in a row.
It was nice to see a Florida team win, and honestly, I was really tuned in because of all the hype with like Tatum and Tkachuk being like friends or whatever in high school. So that's kind of why I tuned in. So it was pretty cool to see them kind of win a championship too, and they're both from St. Louis, so that's what's up.
Yeah, that's big on St. Louis. It's funny that you
both got their first championships too, I believe.
Yeah, for sure, it's JT's first, and it's crazy. The older we get, I feel like the more people around me are starting to get into hockey.
Yeah,
and the fact that you weren't into it because you were gambling, that shows like pure interest, which I respect.
There was nothing else on.
I respect. You wasn't watching baseball. You're not tuned in.
I'm not tuned in. Baseball's kind of whack, bro. There's too many games. Like the games are just too long. Like
I just learned that they go based off like 3-game series. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's too much. I wasn't really tuned into that. I was just on my hockey wave, and then I was watching some Olympic trials, and then and the combat sports came back into the picture, so I stopped watching that.
Before we get into combat sports, you'd be watching your track shit.
Yeah, I was watching the Olympic trials. That was fun.
What's Shorty's name? The Richardson. Shorty, she's going to the Olympics. That's all I'm hip to.
Oh, Sha'Carri, yeah. Fastest woman on the planet. Fastest woman on the planet. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Yeah, she had that debacle back in, what was that, 2019?
Yeah, a few years ago.
She made the Olympic trials, and then they found out she had weed in her system. So she fucked herself over with that, but she played it right this year. She was like, yeah, none of that shit. I'm here to, really put on. So she did, man. I was crazy. I was watching that. I was like, damn, bro, she's quick as shit.
My fault. I wasn't even hip to people watching that. So aside from her, who should people like tune into in the track shit?
Honestly, like, I forget the dude. There was a kid in there that was like 18, bro. He was like trying out for the Olympics. He didn't make it, but honestly, I don't even know any of these dudes' names. But it seems like we got a good team. It seems like we're gonna win this year on the 100-meter and the 4x4 relay. I wish I knew their names, but the men are nice this year. What else was good? I forget that other girl's name, but there's this other light-skinned girl. She's crazy too. Like, I don't know. It's good. It's good to be an American, bro, these days. Yeah. It's really good to be an American. That's all I gotta say on that.
It sure is, especially if you're an American from Texas and you're a fan of boxing and you've been tuning into this young 24-year-old world champion by the name of Jesse Bam Rodriguez, who's been tearing shit up, bro. You look at his resume the past 10 fights, it's like he fought him and him and him and him. And he's been racking it up through multiple divisions, and this past Saturday was no different. And in my humble opinion, this was his most impressive fight to date. It was such a sharp display of boxing on his. What I enjoyed watching most was the angles, the way he was able to use his feet as such an advantage to put him ahead of Juan in every single advantage. And El Gallo is like such a veteran of the sport, bro. That guy was on pound for pound list for like half a decade, and rightfully so. And then this young cat named Bam, like with the experience he has to his name versus all of El Gallo's experience, and he looked like the way better boxer in there, man. He looked levels above, and that's just like the ultimate display. Like the 2024 version of an I'm Him performance was Bam on this past Saturday.
Yeah.
But what a time to be an American boxing fan from Texas. What did you think of Bam's fight this past Saturday?
Yeah, like you said, he fought a guy with a great resume as well. This is a guy who fought Chocolatito, is beating this guy. Like he's a legend in the sport at this point. Not many losses, about four losses on his record, 3 at the time. And I thought Bam just came in a little. Bam came in very confident, and honestly, that's really how you have to build your fighter up, is having them fight these guys before they fight these veterans, kind of build that confidence. I definitely think after he fought Sonny, that was just like, he must have felt like a whole new person after that, which is kind of what brought that performance out. Because when you go back to that fight, he practically was like, he didn't even care that Sonny was hitting him. Like, he was like, man, these punches are not doing anything to me. Like, he had his hands up the whole time. Like, that was a shocking performance, even that one, going back and looking at that one, so that was like a huge confidence booster, I imagine, to beat an undefeated guy like that, and then to come in and fight a legend in the sport, a fight that he absolutely needed to win, to put himself on the map, and also to, elevate himself, globally, get that global attraction, fighting a guy like Estrada. And he definitely did that. And I thought it was a perfect performance by him, besides, the lousy defense in those earlier rounds, getting hit a little bit too much and not having the hands up a little bit too high, and then, getting hit with that flash knockdown. And then he kind of cleaned it up, he cleaned it up very well. And it just seemed like the power difference was so different between the two. Like the way Estrada was reacting to those punches was so crazy to me. Like I really didn't think Bam was gonna have that kind of power for Estrada, knowing that, like, you know, he fought Roman Gonzalez, who's like one of the hardest hitting guys in that division too. You know, he's knocked multiple people out, and you know he's standing banged with that guy too. So I was like, I don't know. We'll see what Bam has to offer with that. And I was shocked. Like the power, man, in that kid is just unbelievable, man. And what a timing on that body shot, man. To really seek that opportunity for him to throw that punch over the top and then just get that body while he's overarching, and he just knocked everything out of him, man. He couldn't do anything after that. Like that was just as clean as a body shot gets. So great performance by him, man. I was honestly shocked. I thought it was gonna be a lot tougher for Bam, but he kind of made it look easy, man. He really made it look easy. Shit, yeah. I mean, I really don't know much else to say about him on that.
Yeah, you covered a lot of good topics, though. You mentioned that he got dropped. I didn't point that out. That wasn't a big moment of the fight because he was dominating to that point. And even after he got dropped, he responded well and continued to dominate the fight. Did you see the judges' scorecards after the fight got wrapped up?
Nah, but I don't even think it really mattered.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
TKO'd him.
What did you think the scorecard should have read to that point?
Well, I mean,
this is interesting because you haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. Because I mean, I would give it a. I mean, I already, based off what you're saying, I know that a lot of the judges were going towards Estrada. I mean, I honestly would have just gone a clean slate for Bam, but the way you're insinuating, it seems like they were going towards Estrada a little bit.
Yeah, it was a lot of like close rounds and draws. Yeah. It was strange to see. I thought it was a full sweep. I didn't see Bam. He lost single exchanges. He got touched, but he didn't get dominated or lose anything in that fight.
Yeah, there wasn't any point really where I felt like he was in trouble. Just kind of being a little sloppy, a little bit on the defensive side, but then he cleaned that up. I felt like he did a pretty good job bouncing back on that. But damn, I wouldn't really say that it was like a fucking close fight, like any round. I mean, maybe the second or third was pretty close, and then obviously the knockdown. You know, you can kind of cut it close there, but man, I don't know. That was a pretty dominant performance in my eyes.
Yeah, in my eyes as well. All four of them, and I didn't see aside from the knockdown, right? You could maybe give El Gallo that round, but aside from that, like,
yeah, it was really much.
Yeah, what else? What else do you do?
Yeah, good for Bam, man. Good for Bam. You know, he's top of the food chain now, man. You know, there's I'm sure there's guys looking out for him now. I imagine there were people looking out for him before, but definitely now. Yeah, I mean, we can kind of get into that segment, man. I mean, like, what's next, man? Like, does he kind of sit pretty here? You know, does he move down? Does he move up? You know, there's some Japanese fighters out there who would probably want a piece of him. I can name three. I can name three Japanese fighters that can probably, you know, give him a run for his money. But, you know, what does he do from here?
Let's not forget that
you already know what three Japanese fighters I'm talking about, too.
Yeah, let's not forget that you're an American. You know what I'm saying? You were born and raised on this soil. You better root for our fucking guy.
No, I'm just saying there's some guys out there.
I'm just teasing. No, I agree. And all of those Japanese fighters would be great fights. Like, could you imagine Bam fighting out there? Like, that would be fucking nuts. Yeah. And I don't know, Chris Mannix and everybody afterwards were like asking Bam OD about the Naoya fight. That's not. I know I don't think that's
anytime soon.
Yeah, and it's not real. Like, it's a fun fight stylistically. I think I was on the podcast once or twice talking about Bam might clean up your boy, but I don't think, like you said, I don't think that fight's in our near future. But what's next for Bam? It got to be to unify this current division. He's best at 115. There's no point to drop him back down. There's bigger names here. There's bigger fights, and there's more belts to win. So you stay here, you unify. I think El Gallo has a rematch clause, so they got to run it back. So that's like what's the immediate next thing. But which one of the Japanese, like, who do you want to see him fight next? What is the most fun fight aside from the guy? Or like that's already a next fight, but like looking in the 2025 landscape.
Yeah, I mean, you named one of them. I think Naoya Inoue that'd be an excellent fight, I think, for him. I just don't think they would set that fight up just for the fact that, I don't know, Bam is a little bit younger of a fighter, and I feel like they want to build him up and make like a big fight where we have two undefeated guys, undisputed, unifying, the belts, or going to two different weight classes and unifying. I think that would be a pretty interesting fight later down the road, but I don't know, maybe like a Junto Nakatani would be a great fight. I think a lot of people are hype about that. Two undefeated guys. Junto's a really tough, experienced fighter. He's a weight class below him, but definitely a good fight. I mean, you can even go with like a Taraji, another Japanese fighter. That'd be an excellent fight. Trying to think of what other options he can go to. I don't know. I think people just want to see him fight the Japanese guys. All the other guys in this division are either older or Sonny Edwards. So I don't think people really want to see him fight guys like that. I think people want to see him with these Japanese guys next, which I agree. I think that should be the route he takes. I think that'd be more exciting. And get some more popularity. He's not a very popular fighter, I feel like. Yeah. And that's just the nature of the weight class, but and he's also just like not the bad guy, people love the bad guy.
That's a good point.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude. So, which isn't a bad thing, it's a good thing.
Yeah. But I feel like he's not the good guy or the bad guy. He's just kind of a guy that just boxes really well. He doesn't have much of a personality out there just yet. But who knows? Maybe with time it'll develop. I agree with what you said. The funnest fights for him are definitely over in Japan. Yeah. And I hope a unification. There's some bigger fights at scale for him to grow that notoriety and become a household name, because the guy's fucking awesome at boxing.
Yeah, he's a good fighter.
And you mentioned his last opponent, somebody who also shared the card with him, Sonny Edwards. Did you watch his fight?
I did, and I thought it was, I don't know.
You didn't love it?
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It was just like one of those weird ones, man, where it's like we don't really have boxing matches that end that way, and a technical decision. Yeah, I mean, I thought Sonny Edwards was getting beat up quite a bit, and then he was kind of working his opponent, and then the fucking cut happened, and then they were just like, fuck it, let's just give him the win. Fuck it, let's end it. End this fucking boring fest anyway.
Oh man.
All jokes aside, he's top dog, man. He's still a good fighter. He still got it. I mean, by all means, he ain't Bam. He ain't Bam, but
Yeah, and by no means is he Bam, but he's still a really good boxer, man. And he had a good display on Saturday, and it was good to see him back, getting in his groove and being Sonny, you know what I'm saying? Because like a loss like he took against Bam, that got to do something to you mentally. And you can see it in those early rounds. He didn't seem like the normal Sonny, the bouncy movie, touch you don't touch me sort of slick boxer. But as the fight progressed, he got more and more comfortable, and then he started getting in his bag, and then there came the old Sonny Edwards, and he you know this, man. I kind of like Sonny. I dig the personality. I like that he can play the bad guy, but at the same time he can be analytical and a really good boxer. I dig that style, and I'm rooting for him. Hopefully he can get a world title back in his next one.
I don't know about this weight class, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe not the one Bam's holding, but there's other world titles.
Yeah, there's other ones he could go after, but I don't know. After that performance, I don't know if he's ready for that again.
Now, real quick before we get into UFC, poopy, stinky, dookie, top-ranked card this past Saturday. Teofimo Lopez fought in Miami, Florida, in front of like 300 people, maybe 400. And I think just a real disappointing event, to be honest, because Teofimo, here he is, an undisputed champion, or past undisputed champion, a current unified champion, and here he is like fighting people nobody knows who gave him a damn good fight and a run for his money. After the fight, T.O. had like 2 bubbly, gubbly eyes, and
Oh yeah,
it did. He definitely got smacked around a bit. And that Claggett guy, his style, bro, it's a pain in the ass. He was just marching forward, just getting hit, but also exchanging with him. T.O. said he fought like Pitbull, minus probably like all the power, but he just kept coming forward. Yeah, ultimately, like, it was just disappointing. Like, there was not really much of a win in this case for T.O. Like, not a big gate, not a big card, not a big opponent. There's like not much notoriety, just another defense, just a fight this year. Is that what we doing?
Yeah. I don't know. Teofimo's like, he's just always like wishy-washy to me, man. It's like sometimes he has really exciting fights, and sometimes he has like really fucking boring ones. It's like it's so hard to keep up with him sometimes, man. And then his cringe fucking interviews, bro. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Just stop interviewing this guy, bro. Just after his fights, just wrap the gym up, bro. All right, guys, raise his hand and just wrap the fucking show up, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of this guy talking sometimes. It's like,
the worst is whenever somebody invites him on a podcast and they give him like 3 hours just to ramble on and on and on and on and on and on.
To just yap. He just yaps. He's just Yappington, bro. Just all over the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
And people love bringing him on. I don't understand it. It's probably because he's just so fucking stupid. Like, it just makes for good content. It's like, just listen to this.
He says insane things, and I would love to talk to him. I would love to have him on the pod just because of the crazy shit he says, and like think about like all the shit you can get out of that guy.
Yeah,
he's a lunatic, bro. He's a lunatic. I think he's good for the sport, but it's just disappointing how he's currently being like promoted.
Yeah.
And it's just not exciting, bro. There's so many big
like, I don't understand why these guys don't all just gather up and go to the zone, bro. Just get contracts with Eddie Hearn, and call it a day. Everybody just go to the zone.
The solution is
Top Rank.
Fuck the zone too. Turk need to buy all these motherfuckers out, bro. Turk need to come with that big checkbook, you know what I'm saying? That heavy pen, and just sign these checks. Just incorporate all these big organizations.
Just go to Dubai, man. Set all these fights up in the Emiratis.
Saudi.
Get these fights fucking going, bro.
Let's go, bro.
They know how to get it. They get it done fast, bro, because they got money. And they don't fucking play around. So I do agree with that.
On the topic of boxing, your boy AJ's fighting for a world title again. Daniel Dubois,
bro.
Seen that face off?
He's gonna fucking starch him, bro. He's gonna fucking kill him, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ's at a point in his career, bro. I just don't see him losing to anybody that's not like an absolute S tier world class fighter. Like Usyk or Fury, I think, are the only guys I think who are gonna be Anthony Joshua at this point in his career. Like, he's just such a weird fighter, man. Like, he's so fundamental and he's good. He's a textbook fighter, but then like, I don't know, he just shits the bed whenever like
stars get too bright.
I don't know. It's just like, I don't know what to feel about it anymore, man. It's crazy to think he was my like top 5 at one point.
It sounds like he still is.
I mean,
you just said this
with the current list of guys. With the current list of guys, it's hard to put him there, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see in the coming years if he finally gets a fight with Fury after how many years now. That's all I'm waiting for. That's my heavyweight dream right now, is just Fury and Joshua. And then fucking Usyk comes out of nowhere. I'm not going to get into it. Usyk just came out of nowhere and just disrupted the heavyweight division.
Took that away from you.
Just ruined everything. Yeah, man. I wanted this fight for it so long, but I'm excited for this fight. I'm excited for this fight.
It's sad that those stars never aligned. It may be, maybe we're just not there yet. Eventually those could. But also last thing on Joshua, it's kind of like watching his career evolution. He's almost entering like a deep wisdom, like a don't fuck with me, or like also, but at the same time, like, I'm angry type shit. Like, you're not gonna disrespect me. I'm gonna like, I'll smash you right here type shit. And I loved it when they got face to face, when him and Dubois were like, right here, right now, let's go. Like, that was nice to see. Little fire from your boy.
Hype the fight up.
Let's go. Let's
go. Sell it.
You got to do what you got to do.
You got to fake it till you make it, man. I know these guys don't hate each other.
Nah, no chance they do. I'm sure they'll be kumbaya and as soon as that last bell rings, because AJ ain't slumping him.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. You saw how you put Ngannou out.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna say
I did. That's also not a boxer. All right. All right. Speaking of out, all the way out, and still probably sleeping, Alex Pereira took on Jiri Prochazka, headlining UFC 303 this past weekend. International Fight Week. Man, this card went through so much shit, from what we were expecting 2 weeks out to ultimately like the final product, what we watch on Saturday. That card seen 15 different drafts.
Yeah.
And I think it turned out the best it possibly could have. Like we almost had what was the fight with Alex Smith and fucking not Alex Smith, Anthony Smith? That was supposed to be the co-main event. That was going to be an absolute stinky dinky.
And they threw that shit way back down.
Yeah, where it belonged. And it ended up being a stinky dinky. And the 2 fights above it were awesome. And fucking Dan Ige answering the call in like 3 hours notice. That might be the story of 2024 right there. For a guy to be on his couch and then like
show up,
fight tonight, like in 3 hours, on pay-per-view in front of 18,000 people, millions worldwide, against the rising star and Diego Lopes. And he showed up, man. And Dan Ige fought his fucking ass off. His ass off.
He did what he could. He did what he could against a tough guy like that who was prepared. Prepared for an even tougher opponent, I feel like, than Dan Ige, but had to rise to the occasion.
Yeah,
and he did. He rose to the occasion, but he didn't get the win.
He didn't. But
ultimately, he didn't get the win.
Actually, let's start at the top of the bill. Let's start with the Alex Pereira and the Jiri Prochazka. What did you think of the lead up before we get into the ultimate result? The lead up, seeing how these guys were staring down and talking all week, and Jiri with the no black magic and no voodoo or whatever he was saying. None of that shit.
It was intense. Honestly, it was really an intense build up. Just because of how that first fight ended, I feel like it was a lot of unanswered questions from Jiri, mostly. Like, damn, is this all Jiri has to offer to Alex? Like, is this it? Like, is Alex really the truth? Like, there were so many questions, and Jiri just really didn't leave everything he had out in that first fight. And yeah, it felt really intense going into that second fight because of that reason. And he was kind of lucky to be in this position, right? Because he was supposed to fight Glover, and then this opportunity rose for him, and it just felt like the perfect thing and his storyline. And then fucking we get into the fight, dude, and it's like, holy shit, man, this fucking Alex is just like levels and levels better than Jiri, man. Like, it's just night and day how much better he was. Like, I was scared for him at some point. I was like, dude, he's gonna get knocked out again, bro, with the hands low. I'm like, dude, he can't be doing this again. And he fucking did it, man. And honestly, I was shocked the way it ended. I really didn't think he would KO him the way he did. I thought maybe it would have been a TKO again. But his coaches were like watching the film, and they were like, yo, just get that head kick going. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, just get the head kick out and tease the body a little bit, make him drop, and then just, fuck, bro. It's Alex is just loud, dude. He's just like,
is he?
It's like it's scary how good he is, bro. Like, it's honestly terrifying because there's so many good light heavyweights. There's so many good ones, but Alex is just like, he's so much better than these guys, and he's so much more technical. And that in those years and years and years of being a kickboxing champion really shows at this level. Like, really does show. Like nobody can stand and strike with this guy unless you're Israel Adesanya. Honestly, Israel Adesanya knocking him out is still shocking to me. Like it's still like how do you knock that guy out? Like he's just like 2 steps ahead, like defensively and offensively. Like he's just another beast. But Jiri, I feel for him, man. I really do feel for him because he really tried his hardest in this fight. I feel like this camp was just like one of the hardest camps for him. I feel like mentally, inside he's joking around. He's on social media joking around, saying like, "Hey man, don't do this and that, the voodoo and shit." I love it for the entertainment factor of it, but this was the hardest camp of his life, man. Like this is a guy who TKO'd him once, and he's displayed his skills and he showed that he's like one of the best in this division. And for him to get knocked out that way, fuck, bro. I can't even imagine that, bro. Like, that is like the worst feeling ever, bro. Like, you knock everybody out and then you have this brick wall, this hard fucking headed stone man in front of you who's just better than you. Like, he's just better than you in every aspect. And that is so defeating, man. So I feel for Jiri, man. I hated to see him go out that way, but hey, man, that's what happens when your fucking hands are down. Like, what do you say, right?
Yeah, exactly. Your hands are down, and it almost felt like at the beginning, like as this fight was going, that first round, especially, it only lasted a round, but in that first round, it felt like his hands were higher than the first one. It felt
they
like
were
it
a
was
little bit higher,
a little bit more defensively sound, just a little bit. But then, like, Alex got going, started catching him, like, clean. And in the end of the first round, where he dropped him with that left hook on Yuri's way in, clean, and Yuri sat down and like really knocked him out. Like that was the shot right there. And if it was 5 more seconds and Alex could jump on top, it could have been the end.
Yeah.
But the head kick, bro, the head kick was and it was crazy that was the very first strike thrown in the second round.
Yeah.
Like you're not even fully recovered. You're still a little dazed and you get whapped with this fucking high kick you don't see coming.
Yeah.
And the worst knockouts are the ones where the guy's legs bend and his knees are like, the palms of his feet are right under him. Those are the scariest.
He couldn't even stand up after. He tried to get up. He was like, those are always the worst, man, because like those are the ones where you get up and you're like, what just happened? Like you were literally just out. And then you wake up and you're like, the fuck's going on? Like I got the refs grabbing me, Herb Dean's there, fucking coaches are looking up at me, like hugging me and shit. It's like, fuck, dude. Oh man, this is it's so tough, man. It's such a tough spot for Jiri now. Like, because he's at this brick wall, man. It's like where do you go from here? Like he's knocking everybody out, but he can't get past this guy. And honestly, it really speaks to the pedigree of Alex and what he's capable of doing, man. Like doing this in 2 divisions, man. Like honestly, I'm ready to see him move up and do this in the heavyweights, man. Honestly, I'm ready to see him. I honestly think he can, man. I think he can be a 3-division champion, if he really wanted to. Obviously with the middleweights, that'll be a little bit tough right now. Just if he was going to go up to the heavyweights, he would need to have that belt already. But honestly, bro, this guy is like, he's top 3, bro, in the UFC right now. Honestly, he's top 3 pound for pound. Yeah. Whoa. He's top 3, bro. Alex is really top 3 now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going there, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going there. Alex is top 3, bro.
Who's above him?
Who's number 1?
Yeah, who's above him? If he's 3, they gotta be John and Islam. That's it.
Who?
Jones? Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Bones Jones
you mean that guy that fought 2 years ago?
The greatest fighter of all time?
You mean the guy that fought like a year and a half ago, 2 years?
And waxed the best heavyweight on the planet? took the belt, added it to his other 12 belts he got sitting at home.
He ain't fighting, bro. John Jones is an inactive heavyweight. He's an inactive heavyweight right now.
I don't know. I go on the website. He got a big C next to his name. What is the C?
Inactive. He's inactive to me.
What's the C stand for?
Jump. Jump cunt.
All right. If it's not Bones, who is? Who's in your top two?
Honestly, it got to be Islam and Topuria, bro. Are my top two right now. Islam and Topuria.
You got Topuria over Bones?
Yeah, bro. Topuria's number 2 right now, bro. I'm sorry. He really is. He really is. He's top 2 right now. Is he not?
Okay.
I'm going Islam, Topuria, and Alex, bro. These are the best 3 fighters in the UFC right now.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it.
Jones could be 5, bro.
Who's 4?
Tommy, I spent out. Tommy, I spent out.
That's craziness.
He's ducking smoke. All right, before we get to reckless, yeah, great fight from Alex.
Last thing, I don't want to see the heavyweight thing. I want to see him beat some more light heavies before he goes up to challenge for a 3rd belt. Bro, there's so many guys. There's Uncle
want to see him fight Uncle I?
Bro, we got to see him fight a grappler. He goes in there with John Jones. Let me tell you this. He goes in there with John Jones. You remember that Cyril Gain fight? I know you remember it.
Matter of fact, they might need to investigate his bank account too.
Who?
Uncle Live. They might need to investigate his bank account too.
Nothing. You're saying nothing. You got to stop talking. More listen, my friend. Listen to this. Alex goes in there with Bones, the pound for pound go right now. He goes in there with Bones Jones. He's getting toasted. Sunday breakfast.
Yeah, the feds might be doing a sweep like they did Khabib, so just letting you know.
All right, man. Free Khabib, man. Free Khabib.
Free Beeb, man. Free Beeb. He ain't do nothing but some tax evasion.
We all do a little tax play around here.
All right, anyway.
A little wiggle giggle. All right.
Snooze fest of a fucking fight we had here, bro. Oh, or do you want to or not Ian Gary yet. Dan Ige stepping in on 2 hours notice.
Dude. Ige's the fucking man, bro. Nobody can say nothing about Dan Ige for the rest of his career after showing up the way he did.
Nah, he was slugging it out with Diego. It was great, man. Honestly, it was great. Diego's just like, he's a beast though. Like Dan is a great fighter, but like honestly, it's kind of hard to like judge Diego's performance because he was just so prepared for this fight. And then I can't really say that because Dan's always like in shape and ready.
And he was also fighting in like 50.
And he. No, I feel.
Yeah, he was fighting at 15 days. So like it wasn't like they just called like Josh Leach from vacation. You know what I'm saying? They called the legit fighter who was 2 weeks out from his own bout.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
How do you think you would have took Diego the three rounds?
Oh, no Diddy. I would have. I mean, probably not the same way Dan went out. I probably would have went out in 10 seconds, but fucking 3 rounds on a. Honestly, him even going the distance is like, that's a W. Like,
no bullshit. And guys had full cancel with Diego, and they haven't lasted 2 minutes with him.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you show up like that, you save the co-main event, you make an exciting fight, you do so much. Like, Dana White got it. Whatever you want, Ige. You want to fight at the Sphere? You fucking got it.
Give him a title fight.
Yeah, you know what? Give it to him. At whatever weight class he wants it. You want Conor McGregor? You fucking got it. Watch out, Mike Chan. How sad was that too, by the way? Michael Chandler legit showed up to the card he was supposed to fight on and was warming up in the back and doing media. I'm like, come on.
I think he thought like somebody was just not gonna show up and he was getting a fight. I don't know what he was I don't know what he was doing. That was odd, honestly. But you got to feel for the guy, right? Yeah. Like Conor McGregor's out on like erectile dysfunction, and
for the 12th time.
For the 12th time, and then he just gets on social media and posts like clips of him fighting Cowboy. Like, who fucking cares, bro? Yeah. Nobody fucking cares that you knocked Cowboy out with a shoulder. Like, bro, that was like 4 years ago. Like, this shit's so cringe, bro.
And Cowboy's like starring his third movie today. Like, we're not even worried about that.
Yeah, right like now. What is? And Dustin caught on to that. He was like, bro, you're fucking cornball, bro. Like, I fucking beat your ass twice too. Like, so what? Like, you're clutching on a win from 4 years ago. Honestly, Dustin was kind of corny for that too. Honestly, he was kind of corny for that too, because Conor did break his leg and he was trying to brag about that shit. But honestly, these lightweights are just pissing me off, bro. Like, none of them are even relevant right now in this climate. But with Islam as champ, but yeah, what the fuck was that? Chandler was just being weird, but
Chandler just wanted to be in attendance, bro. He just wanted to be present. Like, I feel you, but
get out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, just fight somebody else, right? Just what are we waiting for?
Honestly, he asked for it, bro. He went through a whole fucking TV show with Conor McGregor, and Conor's entire team got swept in the show. Like, one dude did well, and then he just disappeared after. Like, what did he expect?
Yeah,
he did it to
himself. It's crazy to think they're already running the next season.
They're running the next shit with fucking Valentina.
Yeah, they in the last season still haven't caught in there. What if Valentina and Grasso fight before Conor and Chan do?
Absolutely will. Honestly, they absolutely will.
They might though. At this pace, bro, they're going to.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, but all right, moving on. Alex Smith was in a snoozer with the Roman Delete today.
Wow, that was honestly the rest of this card was so disappointing, bro. It was so embarrassing. Yeah. Honestly, this Ian Gary fight, I want to talk about it just because of how, like, honestly, I can't hate on the performance, but I just don't love it, bro. Like, this guy is honestly he's ready to fight Colby Covington, and it's so obvious that he wants to fight him at this point. And I feel like he's going to do everything in his power to get to that point. Bro, when the only 3 minutes of this fight, when they were on the feet, he was getting starched by MVP, bro. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. MVP really might be a problem, bro. But his grappling sucks. Like, guy can't fucking wrestle. He can't grapple. So it doesn't mean shit. But, like, for him to really give Ian a run for his money on the feet, and then, you know, to see what he did with Kevin Holland, you know, I don't know who's to say he doesn't do a camp or two with DC, bro. Yo, he might be nasty, bro. But for that performance, bro, for him to just get out grappled for 12 minutes, it was honestly so boring, bro. You know,
agreed.
I really couldn't stomach it.
He defended the rear naked in that first round pretty well.
Yeah,
I thought was pretty nice. But then, like, as the fight progressed, was poopy doopy stinky. Especially like at the very last, like, 90 seconds of the fight, where Ian is literally just like hanging off of his back.
Yeah, backpacking him.
Like, what are we doing here?
And Ian even even in fucking MVP even like got top control at one point and was just like, fuck this, like, stand up, like, let's fucking fight.
Yeah,
and then Ian just takes him right back down. Like, he wanted, bro, there was like legit 3 minutes of this fight that was actual stand up, and it's kind of like, I don't know, man. It kind of like saddens me because it's like, it's just so clear he's just trying to get to that title contention. Like, what the fuck? It's like, it's so obvious. Like, his last 2 fights were just so boring, grappling. Like, you're fighting strikers and you're grappling them. It's like, I can't hate on it, but it's like, fuck, dude. It just doesn't make for an exciting fight. And he's known for that. Like, in his coming up years, like, he's been known for being, you know, the exciting striker. And it just seemed like ever since this, like, Sean Strickland thing, it's just like, it's just gotten to him. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Sean Strickland really got under his skin this past year, and he's just changed so much. And it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's just really trying to get that title shot, but I don't know.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know. He definitely had a game plan in this one, and that was to get MVP down. And also, like, I
Not
didn't
like
know he had every submission specialist in his corner either. Like, he was hugging Charles Oliveira on his way down, had
yeah,
Charles's head coach in his corner, had
yeah,
Damian Maya right there. I'm like, what? Like,
yeah,
when, what? You know, I
yeah.
don't know, bro.
Things
Props
have
to
changed, man. Things have changed.
things boy have, and props to him for just getting his hand raised by any means necessary.
Yeah,
It
I
was a
can't
poop.
hate on it, but I am. I will.
Yeah, it was a poopy, stinky fashion, so it warrants a little bit of hatred. But yeah, when it was on the feet, especially in that second round when MVP was closing the distance, that's
Yeah,
my favorite thing about him. Is like he's in that karate stance and then he lunges forward and he covers like 8 feet and he
yeah,
hits you with
it's
like
crazy.
with a three-piece in like during those 3 seconds when
Yeah,
he's marching in. And yeah, that's why that
I,
Kevin Holland fight was so fun. Is because Holland's not gonna
yeah,
shoot a fucking takedown. He's gonna try to find your chin the whole
yeah.
time.
He's gonna fight
And
with him.
that might be the route for MVP. You might just have to like hunt fun fights, guys who are gonna stand with him. I don't know if a world title's in his picture, but like just
Yeah,
keep running these fun striker versus striker matchups.
yeah,
I don't want to see him in no grappling
but
exchanges.
yeah. I mean, honestly, especially with the group of fucking welterweights we have now, man, I just don't really see it happening. Like with Hamzat and
Shavkat.
Leon Edwards and Shavkat and Bilal, all the grapplers, man.
I
Like
mean, Leon
he's
would be
really
fun.
he's gonna struggle with these guys. But
Leon would be a fun striker matchup, but like Leon's
it
world
would, but
champion today. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
it would. But like he's got to get to him. You got to get through a list of people. Speaking of Bilal, man, damn,
What happened?
damn, he ain't fighting Leon no more.
Stop it, bro. You troll.
You didn't hear?
You trolling, bro. He would have called me.
He's out.
What you mean he's out? With what?
Check the news. He's out.
With what?
Syphilis. I don't know. Something.
Syphilis?
Leon's fighting someone new, bro. I swear to God. Check the news, bro. Check the stats. Check the scouts, bro. Bro, I swear to God.
I'm literally looking this up right now, brother. It's not happening.
Bro, he's out, bro. Who's stepping in? Is it gonna be Hamzat? Imagine Hamzat steps in, bro. Imagine Hamzat steps in.
Bro, you're trolling. He's literally fighting. All right. That's why you don't listen to your friends, kids. All right. Anything else in the world of fighting? Anything else from this card you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Nah. Joe Pyfer's fight was fun.
Yeah.
That was a nasty KO.
Yeah, that was
nasty stuff. That's the New England kid, right?
Pyfer, he's from Philly, I think.
Oh, fucking. What was that? It was another kid with a similar name.
Yeah.
You were talking about one time.
It's
New England cartel kid.
Yeah,
it might have been him. Joe Pyfer. Similar names.
He's fighting July 20th. Cage Titans. Be there, be square, brother. But yeah, Joe Pyfer was a banger. Charles Jourdain got knocked out. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Fucking.
That was bad.
Canadians
also, that Talbot dude. Oh man, that kid. That dude's fun to watch. He marched right through that dude. Hit him with a strike that like didn't even. I don't know. It was just like a feel me out kind of strike and sat him down and knocked him out. That was crazy to see.
Yeah, there were some good early prelim cards on this. Our fights on this card. It wasn't bad. Honestly, the prelims were a little bit more exciting than the main event or the lead up to the main event. But then, they closed it out pretty well.
Yeah.
Speaking of closing it out pretty well, what's up with your boy B, man? Can we just talk about it for 2 seconds, bro? What's up with your guy, bro? They're investigating his camps with like fucking. What are they doing, bro? They doing hits now? The money's tight.
Nah, money ain't tight.
Money's tight over there. He's not paying.
Got more money than he can count, bro. It is getting a little messy out there though. That I was getting a little worried about, but I've seen a few statements from Khabib since, and I'm pretty confident they're just trying to hunt. You know how media is, bro. They take a little thing and run with it. The tax thing is crazy, but also one of those students or whatever that was like murdering.
Murdered the priest or
blew it up.
I don't know what's up with
that's
that.
madness. Yeah, that's horrible. And like you read more into it, apparently that dude wasn't an actual student. He just like trained a few camps.
Yeah.
I'm like, same thing. But like, that's unacceptable, bro. That's horrible actions and horrible movements that I know Khabib ain't involved in that shit. Come on.
Yeah, I hope he's not, man, because they're out there investigating every gym, man. Damn. So I hope he's not tied to anything. It just seems a little coincidental that they finally got him with this, and then they're like, all right, let's talk about this tax thing now. It's like, all right, I can see what the media is doing here, man. They're trying to, and then the conversation was coming up about, is Khabib even like fucking one of the GOATs in MMA? Like, and they're like doing the records. I'm like, dude, they're really trying to cancel this dude. Like, they're hitting him with thing after thing after thing. And honestly, I don't blame him. Fuck him.
Nah, Khabib's still the GOAT, man. Hate all you want. Do what you want, people. Media's going to do what they will and make us believe a certain thing. Khabib's still my GOAT, man. Come on.
Yeah, he's good.
That's the GOAT.
He's good. He beat
everybody.
Connor one time, and then
everybody in his generation.
Justin Gaethje, and then retired after that. But it is what it is. Good dude. Good dude. Not a bad guy. Not a bad guy. But I think, there's another Daggy boy that's going to pass him very soon here.
Possibly. But until then, Khabib, pay your taxes.
Pay your fucking taxes and get a good fucking lawyer, bro, for that fucking investigation, bro.
All the above.
Hope you ain't out there killing.
Nah. Khabib will never, bro. Come on. That's craziness. But shit. My boys, it was a pleasure. Until we do this next time, people subscribe to us on the YouTube, 5 stars on Spotify, Apple, wherever else you listen to us. Follow us on the IG at HBP_pod_ at the end. And don't be squared. Go buy your HBP merch, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.